Hello, queens and kings. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Today's the final day, the exciting day. I hope everyone has done their homework. I hope we're all at this last point. And get, are we all together at this point? If you just bumped into this series, I really would encourage and suggest that you go a little bit back just to see how we got here. And yeah, thank you for coming. Did I say thank you for coming back to the returning subscribers? Thank you so much. The family is growing every day. I am really truly grateful and welcome to you all. So today I thought I actually should start by just showing you how to rejoin a thread in case you run out, because a necklace is quite long. It's a bit impossible that you actually can go finish the necklace without rejoining a thread. So I cut out the thread, the needle out, and then here I have my needle with me. And at the end, it's a single thread, meaning I didn't join two threads at the end, but at the end I made two knots on top of each other. So can I just hold the necklace like this? No? This is the thread. I'm going to insert my needle in the same direction. So I'm going to start with the first bead and then the second bead. Whether you insert, this bead is quite difficult. Let me pause and come back after fighting to pull this needle through. I'm back. So I had to end up changing my needle into a smaller one. So then you're going to pull that thread, and then let me just shift my scissors and put them here. Then when you get here, see there, you fasten. This is the old one, this is the new one. You're just gonna tie like this once, and then you tie again just to reassure. I know my fingers are covering it now. I'm really sorry, but there is no way that I can tie something like this. I have to. Okay, and then when you're done, you take your scissors and you cut out. This is the old thread, and I'm cutting it out. I'm going to trim that later, just so that it doesn't confuse me. I'm going to trim it with a nail clipper. Okay, so, and here we have our rejoined thread. Now at this point, we're going to pick up our yellow. At this point, we're going to push it down, and then my 3 beads. What's happening with the shade? Can I try to fix it? Okay, I'm back. I sorted my things out. Woo. So, I wanted to share with you something that I learned this week. Pick up 8 beads. I'm just going to tell the story throughout. I'm not going to really kind of narrate that pick up how many beads, because at this point, I am really confident that my queens and kings have this under the bag. They already know the steps, because this is the last day. So on Saturday, I was complaining, if you remember the first day of the series, and I was kind of annoyed and irritated that my laptop charger decided not to work. The biggest thing that annoyed me the most is that I was just going to start having to sort of like upload a video every day. It was a Saturday, and I knew that for the series I will have to upload a video every day. So why now? Why, laptop charger, do you choose to die now? The laptop charger, Shem, it did give me warnings. I just did not listen to those warnings because it has to be positioned at a certain position for it to charge. Okay. And then, so I had an option that I was going to use my mother's phone to upload. And then on Wednesday, I don't know what I was thinking about. I don't know where my headspace was in, but I had like an epiphany of some sort. Just a train of thought just passed through my mind. Ne? I realized that actually using my mother's phone is so convenient than using my PC. And if my laptop charger did not die or was working as it was before, I would have been so overwhelmed. I would have been so overwhelmed because uploading using my mother's cell phone is so quick. Hardly 30 minutes, I'm done. But with the PC, I would first have to transfer the video from the phone to the PC and then upload the video. And my PC takes around about 3 to 4 hours to upload a video. It's a very old PC, Shem. And then, mind you, during that 3 to 4 hours, I also have to keep checking on the charger if it's still charging. Imagine if your PC charger is already critical but stable and it has to be charging for 4 hours. Of course, there'll come a time where it just stops to charge. And then I realized something. I know this is just a simple story about a laptop charger and cell phones and uploading videos online. It's a very simple story, but it made me realize that, sometimes we plan things out in our lives. We plan things out and we even put timelines like when I'm 24, I'm supposed to be driving my first car. When I'm 25, I'm supposed to be married. I want to graduate in record time, all those things. And then life happens, which is kind of normal. Life happens. We don't get things the way we planned. We don't get things the way we thought we would. Life happens. And then we start stressing, oh, why did this happen? I'm the kind of person who really believes that everything happens for a reason. It might take you focus, a camera. It might take you years. It might take you months. It might take you days. It might even take you few hours to realize, Guti, if that thing happened the way I wanted it to happen, it wouldn't have come out so beautifully as it is now. If I can make an example, just a simple example. Let's say your 3-year degree or your 4-year degree You don't graduate on record time, and you end up taking 6 years to complete that degree. What if, what if you had to wait those 6 years? The position of the person that you were going to replace, that person had to retire in 6 years, and you had to wait those 6 years so that immediately when you graduate, you can take up that position of the person who just retired. What if? It's a simple example whereby if you graduated on record time in 4 years, you wouldn't have gotten that position. You would have first started at, firstly, at another job, and you have to work for that position. Oh, first, I decided to choose orange. Remember, our flowers, we already have 5 flowers. That means we have to change. I don't have a reference color on top, but I chose to choose orange because I started with orange here. But remember, it's all up to you. You can decide on whatever color that you like. So, what if you saved up for 6 months and told yourself, Kuti, after 6 months, I'm buying this car? And life happens. And that 6 months ends up turning into 4 years. And that 4 years comes, it comes a real word. When after 4 years, remember initially you planned for 6 months. After 4 years, you end up buying the car. But you end up buying a car that is greater than the car you initially planned for in that 6 months. Just an example. So what I've learned is to trust the process. Guys, we really, really have to trust the process, hey? Especially when it comes to life. There are so many uncertainties that are happening. And it's okay to plan. But if things do not go the way that we planned them to, we just have to trust the process. We just have to trust the process. It's okay. If it doesn't happen now, it will happen when it happens. And it's okay. And I didn't achieve it when I wanted. Things didn't go the way I wanted them to go. It's okay. We have to learn to trust the process. If that guy you thought you were in love with decides that actually I don't actually want to be involved in a relationship with you, it's okay. Trust the process. You're probably going to get yourself an upgrade. Not to say that previous guy was bad. Maybe there's some quality, not even a negative quality, that he had that would just clash in future. And maybe that will not make you happy. Let us trust in the process. Whatever happens, let us trust in the process. The same as beading, you know. No, that's the wrong example. But what I learned, Wuti, if things happen the way I want them, if my charger was working and everything was fine, I would have been overwhelmed. By Wednesday I would have been like, you know what? I probably wouldn't have finished the series. But at first I thought, why is this happening now? At first, I only have one bead standing out there. I was very discouraged. But I kept on pushing. I was like, okay, It's fine. Let me do plan B and let me just keep pushing. And another thing, apart from just the conveniency of uploading videos, this week on its own, I'm not really sure about the numbers, but the family grew. I'm meaning that we have more members in the family, in the beading family, because we got more subscribers. I think about 10 more subscribers. So I would have given up and I wouldn't have received any subscribers and I would have stopped and I would have been so discouraged. Let us trust the process. If things, and sometimes it might not be revealed to you now that this thing is it was a blessing in disguise, because English is just giving me a hard time, yes. But yeah, just trust the process, guys. You know, it might be revealed to you. It might take years, months, days, even hours. You know? Yeah. I feel like my conversation was all over the place, but it's okay. I just hope that you guys were able to understand me. Please, my queens and kings, especially for 2020, I'm sure we all had plans, you know, but we trust the process. A lot of people had to postpone things that they had planned initially for this year. It's okay. It's okay. There's one thing I learned about 2020. Number one, saving is essential. Number two, I learned to be okay with uncertainties. I'm going to tie a knot. This is where we stop, because here at the top, there's no more place to go. There's actually just one bead. Just get the camera to focus. There's actually just one bead. Okay, so there's just one bead that is next to the button. If I go up, it won't take me anywhere. So this is where I stop. Just before I make the flower, this is where I'm going to stop before I get to the flower. And then I'm going to tie a knot. Just going to insert my needle under the beads, but the knot that I'm going to tie is in between the beads, which is on the actual thread. Remember, the knot has to be hidden. Your work has to be neat. Every time you have to strive to make sure that your work is neat. I'm going to tie a second knot, and oopsie daisy, I'm not tying on the camera. Okay, then when I'm done, I cut. Just cut from far. Oh, sorry. Then when I'm done there, I take my special trimming tool, which is my nail clipper. Remember this tip? Yes. So when you're done, this is me. Every time when I'm done, I go through the work and trim it and make sure there are no threads protruding out. I even cut here, even here. I just go through it and make sure there are no threads hanging out. Then I have to make sure I cut them. See? Okay, and we're done. Thank you so much, queens and kings. You guys are so lovely. I love you so much. And I'm so happy and excited that we managed to finish this necklace together. See you on the next video. And please remember to trust the process. Don't put too much pressure on yourselves if things do not work out the way you want them to. It's okay. It's really, honestly, it's okay. It's fine. So, see you on the next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.